In this lecture, we're going to continue on taking a good look at the user interface of Unity. Going back to Unity, what usually we do at first is always open or close a new project or save a new project, or so start with a project that already exists. And if you want to do that, you'll have to go to File and then Open Project. Now, the trick when you open a project with Unity is that you can select one of the projects that you already see here, and if you don't, click on the Open button. So I know it's kind of weird, it's like Open Project and then Open again. And when you open the project, you need to select the actual folder that contains all the stuff inside. Let me show you. I can still drill down and see all the folders and assets of that specific project. Now, there is no solution file, no project files. What you have to do is actually open the project folder, whether you're on Mac, PC or Linux. That's how you do. You click on it and click on open. Do not drill down and do not go too far above the project. All right, click on open and this will open for you. Now, it will always start by closing the project you have open and then open the new project. All right, here we go. That's it. That's how you get your project started. Now, once you have a project, you want a scene. Now, a scene has a Unity icon, and right now we have the assets. But before we can even open a scene, I want to save this scene. Now, what do I mean by save the scene? So don't worry about the interface. We're going to get there. You can do File, Save Scene. As soon as you do this, it's going to ask you where do you want to save the scene. Make sure you save your scene inside of My Project, and then Assets, and let's call it My-Scene-1, and click on Save. As soon as you do this, you will see your scene that appears right here inside of your Assets folder. Now, what's exactly a scene? A scene is basically a level. Think about in a game level where you have all the characters, items, environment, bonuses, all inside of that specific scene. And why don't we call it a level if it's a level? Well, because sometimes it's not just a level, it could be multiple levels that are using the same scene. That's what's happening. All right, let's say you want to have a second scene. You can always click back on File, Save Scene As, give it a second name, My Scene-2, and click on Save. And now you are in My Scene 2. How do I know this? Well, if you look in the top center, it says which scene is open, My-Scene-2. Right? So you can go back to the first scene by clicking on My-Scene-1 from the assets. I just clicked on it, and now that I did this, if I look at the name, it says My-Scene-1. So we are in the first scene. All right, so that's how you do to open and close project and scene. And if you want to quit Unity, you can do Command Q, Control Q, or you can always go back to Unity and quit. All right, so the rest, I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to show you the build settings yet. This is a bit more advanced, but this is the basic functionality of the file menu here. All right, I'll see you guys in the next lecture.